Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another stream. Sunday afternoon, maybe doing a bit more shipbuilding, and I've got some ideas. One thing I've realized is that my sensitivity on the controller is real low, 25%, so let's up that. That's better. It was so slow before, apologies about that. So this was our fortress that we built last time, and I wasn't super happy with it. If you remember, I kind of built it the wrong way around. The cockpit is actually here, so it's actually facing this way, and I think we dubbed it someone said it looked like a hammerhead shark. I think it looks kind of like a cobra, I guess. That's more what I would name it as, but I'm still not super happy with it. And I've been playing around on my PlayStation account last night, and I'm feeling a bit more inspired now, so I feel like we can make we can make something a bit more exciting than this, because this is just a big block. In fact, I'm pretty happy to pretty much scrap this whole thing and start fresh. So what I want to build today is something a bit more cozy. I think something a bit smaller. Not super small, but not as big as this hulking great thing, which is a bit obscene. And it's a bit impractical as well, because, I mean, it's pretty much a long corridor at the bottom and then a staircase up and then a bit at the top. There's no actual usable space in the ship, which is a bit silly. So we're going to head back to the space station, and we're going to, I think, break this thing down and start again. Because the more I've thought about it, the more I'm not sure about this. In fact, oh no, I have an idea. I'll do it. Okay, I'm just saying all of that. I have an idea. I don't know if any of you have played Star Citizen, but there is a ship in that game, I believe, called the Hammerhead. And I feel like this ship is halfway there. And essentially what I want to do is duplicate the front of the ship and get it on the back as well, so it's a bit more even. And I think that will really help. But right now I'm not a big fan of this. So, whoa, where's the entrance? We'll do that first, and then we'll build something a bit more cozy. I'm just enjoying, I mean, this is endless gameplay for me, just constantly making. Whoa, I'm getting some crazy frame drops here, not sure why. Apologies about that, I don't know what. Whoa. The game is really struggling right now. That is not your stream that's being laggy, that is my game is having a bit of a meltdown right now. So, not sure why. Okay, this is a bit much, isn't it? The whole thing is. Let's go back to mode select. Reload in. I found the I don't know if you remember the glitch where the ships were off scale proportion wise. But I found that happening on the PlayStation as well. Okay, here we go, we're back. I found that happening on the PlayStation as well, so it wasn't just, I don't know if that's a common issue. I guess it must be, but I'm sure they'll be working on fixing that pretty soon. There was one thing I realized when I was playing on PlayStation, I landed on this icy planet, and I was just reminded of how good the music in this game is. It's just such a vibe. Like, it's just popping off right now. No need to be going this hard. So one thing we do need to be careful of is the complexity limit. So what I'm going to do is lower this whole thing down by basically an entire level. So what we're going to do is bring that down. I've gotten a bit better with the controls as well, in terms of being able to quickly move stuff and shift stuff around. So let's bring... So just going to bring everything down first, and then we can start thinking about what we're going to do. So we're going to bring this down. I've seen some crazy stuff people have made on Reddit. It's so inspiring. Just literally, you go on the subreddit and people have come up with some amazing ideas, and I keep going, oh, I wish I thought of that. Someone built Boba Fett's starship, which I thought was awesome. Someone built the Razor Crest. Someone's built the Pelican from Halo. People are building silly stuff as well. Just someone built, you know, a house. Someone built a banana. I don't know if anyone saw that, but someone literally built a banana ship, which I thought was really funny. Okay, we're gonna delete this whole level. And hang on, I'm getting a bit lost with my own thoughts here for a second. Let's bring the wing down. I wish you could select whole sections of the ship to move at once, because it does break sometimes when you're trying to move some things and it doesn't like what you're doing with it. Oh, okay, so this see, and then if you back off that, that's just deleted the entire thing, which is really annoying. And then it won't let me put one of these hubs there yet. I have to put it here first and then join it, which again is a bit strange, but I'm hoping they'll iron these sorts of issues out. I mean, this is just the beginning of basically an entirely new series of gameplay loop, really, so I'm sure that this is just the first version of it. I can't wait to see how they expand upon it in the future. Okay, so now I need to put that there, and see, I can't move that with it. Won't, so the window's just gone now. It won't take the window with it, which is a bit annoying. So I can't, I don't know what color that was. Anyway, we can we'll just recolor the whole thing, I think, afterwards, because I made it green because of like a cobra, but we're gonna rejig that around a bit. I think we can go for something different. So we've also got more of our base building limit back now, because we've taken a whole level off, which is very good. Another thing I've seen people say they want is, well, first of all, the ability to connect rooms, or sort of open rooms out, because at the moment the habs just either 2x1 or 1x1 in their spacing. Even if you connected, let's say, 3 2x1 rooms together, they'd still be 3 2x1 rooms, if that makes sense, instead of being one 6x2 room, like a big hall. You couldn't make any big room, any big space. So that's something I've seen people say they want. And another thing is the ability to have a cargo, sorry, not cargo, a vehicle bay, which I think would be awesome as well. But we are very much getting carried away. I think what Hello Games have done already is great, but yeah, I think there's so much more room they could expand. There's so much opportunity available here. So I think we're going to shorten the ship as well, because it's obscenely long. So let's bring just by one. I think literally just by one is going to be fine. And I think this is Titan class. It's the other thing, it doesn't say what something is when you hover over it, so I can't remember. I think it's Titan from what I can see. Okay. And then what we're basically going to do is mirror the front of the ship on the back. To a degree. So we're going to have another set of wings. I just don't like how this... Oh no, actually that's a bit better. When it was just one diagonal line, it looked a little bit silly, but now it's... I think I'm still not sure about that piece. I think we can make that a bit better. The other thing, oh yeah, that's what we can do. We can flip the really long pieces. This Vesper cowling, I think, is a really good piece for getting a long but less steep angle like that. I think that's really nice. It creates less of these harsh 45-degree angles. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. For those who just joined, we're trying to somewhat recreate the hammerhead from Star Citizen. I'm configuring a ship I built last stream to fit it. So we are working with what we got. We're not starting off fresh, and I'm just trying to figure out what the best thing to do here would be. I think let's move these just down there for now. Gonna take this guy off. Gonna take... Actually, we need this walkway. And actually, what we might do is make the ship slightly wider. I think that's the thing that's making this kind of weird, is we do actually want a bit of width on it, because I think the Titan has... Not the Titan, the Hammerhead. It's actually a loop, from what I remember. You can go all the way around, which... Maybe we could do that, actually. Maybe we could... Maybe we don't have this central... Because we need... I'm going to have to get into the ship and... So we go up there, that's fine. And then that goes through to the... Wait, we're a floor off. And then that goes up to this floor. Okay, and then I know what we're going to do. We're going to have this floor come round. That's going to join everything up. That's going to be nice. Okay, we are reaching the limit again already, so we may have to be careful about how we're doing this. And then what we'll do is just do a single one there. This may end up having to come down even a whole other level, but we'll get to that. So what I want to do now is take the duplicate that. So we're now just going to build the second wing. And in fact, we might even shorten the whole ship again, just to get that extra space back. So we're going to do that there and that there. Duplicate this and put that there. So we've got our 2 wings. Now I might change these pieces, but they're fine for now. That there, that there. We don't actually need that piece because you're not going to see that. So we can actually, now think about it, save on a few of those pieces, which is pretty cool. I'll put some fairing there or something so you don't see. Although that's pretty cool with the gap in the middle. Have a think about what we could do with that. And then what we're gonna do. Okay, let's add some actual pieces, not just a plasma core. And then, actually, maybe just a reinforced hull link at the back there. Yeah. 89 out of 100. Because we still need that piece to go here, and that piece to go there. And then we need to kind of bring this down, and we still need to add a bit of decoration. So I think, yeah, as I suspected, we're gonna have more of a harsh cutoff on this thing. So let's get rid of those windows, bring that in, and bring that in. Cut that off, cut that off, cut that off. And then we're gonna start this. Maybe even, maybe even like this, I think. Only just the 3 like that. And then we just have a single hab there and connect that straight on the back. Yeah. And I think we round this whole thing off. Just square it off. Square it off. And we get a load of pieces back from that, which is nice. And then I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll move that there. We'll put maybe one of these pieces. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. I still think I think maybe like the front's too long, actually. We could maybe then we bring the front in a bit. We get some more pieces back. The shape comes together a bit better. Let's round this off first. So we do actually need some engines. So that's actually a good place to put some of these guys. 1, 2, 3. And we'll put some twin jets there, so that's looking cool. And then not those twin jets, maybe some, no, not those either. Maybe one big fat boy. Maybe there. That's cool. Can we move that higher? No. Oh, continue modifying. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then maybe we just maybe maybe we bring this in more. Maybe we just tuck that underneath like that. Let's get a bit more profiling in there. Yeah, and then I think we do just skirt this all in a little bit more. And that's looking cool. Need to figure out what we're gonna do with this middle bit, but that's fine. Actually, we can get rid of these side thrusters. I'm thinking we basically just want the thrusters on the back. Sorry, just adjusting the mic. And so we're 86 out of 100. So we haven't got that much to work with because I still want to add some detailing on the sides here. So right, let's just sort the front out so we got our pieces back. So what we want to do, this is gonna be a little bit annoying, is delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, and we're gonna put a single Titan hab in there so we can just shift everything back slightly. I think these are all singles, luckily. Single, okay, except that, which is fine, which is just a single Titan. No, actually, that's to go there, and then in theory we can delete all of those. Okay. Yeah, so that's not attached, but we're just gonna bring all of these pieces in. Just move everything back by one. Whoa! I should have done this from the bottom first, actually, now I think about it. Yeah, that's the right way to do that. You forward, you forward. Come on. That back, move that into there, that into there. That's fine. And then we want to bring all of the wings back. So that. Oh, no. Oh, what have I done? Ah, okay, that's fine. That to there. Back, back, back. And just this final piece, and then that should be that side done. Cool. Cool. Ah, that's why that wasn't able to go back. That makes sense. Okay, same again. This back, this back, this back, that. There we go. I'm really getting the hang of this now, which makes it much easier. We're missing the cockpit now. Chuck that up there. So we're at 80 now. Okay, so we got 20 left now, so that's pretty good going considering where we started. I do want to. I think this is quite harsh. It's quite a harsh cutoff. Let's go straight up to that. I think that can be rounder. If we put that there. And then can we put... Maybe we put a single. And then we use one of our decorative boys. Maybe in this front bit. As a... sort of like like a grill or something. Maybe one of these guys potentially. Like that look weird. That look weird if that was there. Kinda. It kinda goes. It's a bit weird. We can come back to that. Unless actually, let's get rid of these windows as well. We can put the windows on. No. No. No, actually, that is what I wanted to do. I'm gonna put that there. That there. Move this guy there. And then we can start to get a little bit more. Okay, not that one. Maybe something half. Can you meet me halfway? Yeah, that's a bit better. I still think it's kind of off. We just don't have we don't have enough to work with. I think ideally I'd like to make this like one piece further forwards and this maybe a couple of pieces further back, but we don't have enough to work with in order to do the detailing as well. So that's fine. I think it's still, we're getting the point across. I do want to see what's going on inside, but first of all, we want to add some upside down cowling to this guy, and by that I literally mean this. So that just that looks cool. I don't think we need to go too over the top with just 1,000 million different pieces on this. I think simpler is actually going to be better. Yeah, I think we just wrap that up there. Then we do the same piece there. I mean, maybe we could add a different piece, but I think that's pretty cool. Okay, this is one chunky boy. I mean, again, even the whole thing could maybe even come down a level, but then because you can't move stuff together, it becomes a little bit of a pain. Now let's make these wings, the front of these wings, a little nicer. So what we could do is maybe, oh my god, there we go. God, sorry. I think we can make this more like a wing, and we get rid of these flared bits. We put a nice little fairing on the front here. Maybe one. Okay, these things only go sideways, which is a bit of a pain. And then actually, I don't know, that won't work. We have the big piece. Do you see what I mean? Like we could do that at the front, but then I don't know if there's no piece that would fit in between, I don't think. So, what could we do about that? Because that's a bit lame, just the front being plain. Those can't go on the front. I mean, the option is obviously put one of these radiator things on like that, but I don't think that's particularly... It's a bit harsh. And then that's too... That just doesn't work. That doesn't work either. It's got to be a way. It's annoying you can't flip it sort of on the axis to face that. You can only rotate on the Z axis. You can't put the bottom of this against the front of that, which is a bit of a pain. So we're gonna have to get a bit creative. So because the front's just a bit, it's a bit of a harsh less. On that we have this where's my favorite one? This Speedbird cowling. I really like this one. Underneath the front there. That's cool. Let's have a look at what's going on. Okay, the scaling's fine, we're all good. So we go in here. We can't go anywhere. Why is that? We should be able to go straight through there. I'm not sure why it's not doing that. Double through to a single class hab. That worked? Okay, that's worked now. Okay, apply edits. Oh god, this thing is huge. Okay, here we go. Now we should be able to put stairs in, which take us up to what we'd already built before, which is cool. So that's fun. And then that takes us up here. Okay, so that is already all interconnected, which is great. But there should also, in theory, yeah, have this looping bit. And the wings as well. And then this should go around. And then, yeah, you have these rooms on the side as well. So that's awesome. Nice. I love that. And then this takes you to the cockpit. So this is the main floor really, and we got all of the wing space as well. And actually, if we put the seamless window in, then we can see out the front, which is cool. I don't think we could see out the side, but that's fine. Not sure about the seamless window. Maybe the rounded window. That's better. Yeah. We put one there as well. That might solve the issue of the front, but yeah, this is cool. You get a view out the front. There's quite a lot of workable space in here. Same on this side. Rounded window. Rounded window. And that's, if you see there, that takes us looking out the back. So let's do that as well. Why not? God, that really scared me. Oh, cool. And then actually, yeah, we can put totally out the side, which again is maybe not super accurate for the Star Citizen ship, but I quite like it. I quite like being able to see. That's kind of weird how that glitches through. Like the windows are bigger than the space, but hey ho. Maybe too many windows. I have a feeling actually that's going to look a bit odd from the front. And then the back. Yeah, doors would be really nice as well to have. Because at the moment, it's neither here nor there. You can't have a big open space room, but you also can't have totally separate rooms. I mean, what you can do is using the modules, you can close off doors. So like on this, but only on the sides, not going forwards or back. So for example, yeah, see, we can close these off. I think we'd want the mission board up here. Mission radar, sorry. I don't know if anyone noticed as well, but the units are different depending on if they're in a single room or a bigger room, which I thought was pretty cool. For example, the bed is like a bunk bed if you put it in a single. What am I talking about? I swear the okay. What? Completely ignore what I just said. I got that completely wrong. For some reason I thought they were different. They're not. So what we're going to do is have a mission board there. That makes sense, being up on the bridge. And maybe some storage. This is definitely different. It's not. I think I put different things from different ships in. That's why it was different on whatever my other ship was. That would be why. I'm going to put some cargo there. Cargo there. I think this is just the straight through line, basically. We could put some other seats up here, but maybe this is the mission briefing room, actually. Yeah, it's just like come in here, do the mission brief. And then what we could do is maybe put some seats in. I want like proper ship seats, you know, for the crew to strap in. Hope they had that at some point. At the moment we just got these desk chairs. Like it's hardly strap in, but better than nothing, I guess. Let's just set these up as best as I can. You got some level of fleet. Come down here. So this is the bridge. This is our main floor. Yeah, this is cool. And then maybe what we'll do is have, let's say this is someone's room. So if we put the bed actually facing in here, that's nice because that closes that wall off, see? And if you just had a door, this could be someone's room. And then I'll tell you what, we'll do the same on the other side. Have a bed, maybe two beds, even. Two people could share this room. In fact, let's do that on this side as well. I feel like this is the captain's room, I guess. Oh. That shouldn't be like that. Oh, so this is our internal bit. that you're not really supposed to see. But I kind of like that. I kind of like you can. That's pretty cool, actually. I wish it was a bit more. I mean, we can have a window. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we can just like see into the reactor. I really like that. Okay, double bunks in there. Maybe we do the same up at the front. Except, I guess we wouldn't want the windows here, so let's delete those. No people seeing into your bedroom. But I think we do. Oh. Whoa. Make this another double bunk situation. So we've got 1, 2. 3, 4. Actually, I know what we're doing. The back of the ship will do the doubles for the lower ranked people on our imaginary crew, and then the front. Because what I'd love to do is have a door here so that this is quite clearly someone's quarters. Because then what you could do is basically have like someone's private kitchen, living room kind of situation. And then the captain's bed is here. So this would be a whole bedroom, and you have a door here. This is all open. Door here for the bunks. Door here for the bunks. And then, but yeah, this could be like a shared living space, I guess, at the front here. But we don't have doors, so it's a little bit annoying. However, I think that's definitely, yeah, get rid of that window. I think no windows in the bedrooms. And then what we could do is have, let's assume this is the captain's quarters. So captain definitely has kitchen. And then I think we have a shared kitchen in here. Actually, we'd probably be better off putting it on this. Oh god, on this side, because this is where more people are. So we put the kitchen there. And then a refiner unit, I guess, maybe there. Oh, nice little living wall. Put that there. And then Medipod we'll put downstairs. Yeah, that's all fine. That's all fine. So I think what we'll do is we want on the bottom floor, which we do have this extra random room for some reason. Don't really need. Okay, down here I think we definitely have the Medipod here, because this is where everyone's going to be getting ready to go. And I think we put some storage. It's a bit tight, it's a bit cramped, I guess. I think we just have the, yeah, just have that there. Maybe we chuck a couple of storages in there, because why not? This is just stairway. This is just stairway. That's all cool. Maybe we put one more storage unit in this, in here. I really like that you can see through into the reactor. I think that's awesome. Bedroom. There's nothing here. Maybe we put another storage, I guess, or... Yeah. It's weird that the things... The weapon rack, for example, it doesn't really go on anything. It doesn't like it. It's upside down. It's just not quite right. MVR or MVR, is that how you pronounce it? Thanks, man. Yeah, it's this is my big fleet ship, which I started last stream, didn't like how it looked, but we're getting there. We're getting there, and I think actually we want to adjust the colors before we head out. Just want to go and see what it... Complexity limit breach. Oh, so the interior stuff counts as well? Ah, that's really annoying. Okay, well let's lose the windows then. Let's definitely lose the windows. That's a shame. That's a real shame. I did not know they counted. I wish it would have told me that, you know, like whilst yeah, that's well annoying. I'm gonna bring these down so that reactor core is a bit more sealed off. I'm gonna put some also it looks less unintentional, if that makes sense. And we'll put, let's see what the scaffold does. It's almost like it needs the, you know, to get the heat out kind of thing. Okay, so we're 112 out of 110. That's really annoying. Okay, what can we cut back? Because it means I can't put any sort of detailing on now. This is literally it. So in that case, first of all, let's sort the colors out. I think, yeah, I wish the only bit where you can really see what the color looks like is this middle bit. So I think that's too gray. So what? This is like a blue, white and black, white and orange. Red could be kind of cool. Cream, dark grey. I don't want to do too boring. We've done the turquoise and teal. Beige and dark orange is pretty cool. Dark grey and blue, grey and purple. That's pretty cool. Just want to see what it looks like with the secondary colors, the primary. This is like a, I wouldn't say black, that's more of a brown. Black, a bit too extreme. It's like a grey, an intense blue. Orange and beige is kind of cool. Dark grey. Let's go for that. Let's see how that looks. I think the hammerhead is actually kind of this color in Star Citizen, so that would help. Again, I wish there was just a make everything the same color button, because having to go on every single piece. Tap, tap, tap. It's doable, but then you miss one piece. I've flown out before and I realized I've missed one piece. And it's just really annoying. Okay, I think... Oh no, we didn't do this side. Okay, get those bits there. Get those, get that, get that. Alright. Okay, that is all of that. What I might just do, maybe do like, maybe like those, the inverted colors, or the non-inverted colors, should I say? Actually, I missed that entirely, so glad I did that. Maybe the engines, make a different color. I think that's all I really want. Not the cock. Maybe the... Do we have like a stripe going down the middle? That's quite like that. Quite like that. I have a feeling I missed and made... Yeah, there we go. Oh no, I did actually want that to be... Okay. So we're still over the limit. Still over the limit. Option A is we lower the whole thing again, because this level is actually useless. It's not actually doing anything. So we could do that. And now I can't finalize it because... Okay, I'm gonna have to go through the ship this way. Yeah, we'll get rid of you, get rid of you. Yeah. How do we upgrade the parts from B to S class? I don't actually know, to be honest. I'm playing on creative mode at the moment, so I haven't really played around with upgrading the parts. So unfortunately, I don't have the answer to that question. I've just been playing around with the builds. I'm sure someone on Reddit or somewhere will have the answer to that if you want to go and check out over there. But yeah, really sorry, I cannot give you the answer. So I think let's still keep these bedrooms as at least a bedroom, but we'll just make them one bedroom. Get rid of that. We'll get rid of the kitchen in here. We'll get rid of the double bunk situation in here. 104, so close. We're so close. I don't really know. Okay, I guess we just get rid of these storage units as well. 102. I don't know if we got this level as well. There we go. Get rid of these. Okay, we're done. I hope the chairs don't count, do they? They do? Wow, so all the decoration counts as well. So you kind of have to choose between either having a big ship and nothing in it, or a smaller ship with stuff in it that you need, which is a little bit annoying. But at least it's flyable now. So let's take her for a spin and see how she looks out in space. At least I'm playing on creative mode, so all of that, building all these rooms, was purely for my own sort of fantasy version. There wasn't any use for it, but that would have been annoying if I had spent all that time, because it doesn't say it when you're applying it on foot that this is taking up any resource space. Like right now, if I added the medipod in here, for example, and then went to actually added another medipod, so we're over now. So it will let me, but we're definitely over. So what? Why doesn't it? Okay. Oh well. We can figure that out. Very strange, but let's go. Ready for takeoff. Oh yeah. Now that that looks sick. That looks so sick. Let's get it into the sunlight. Oh my god. That's awesome. Well, we really salvaged this guy. I thought it was a bit of a lost cause, I'm not gonna lie, to start with. But it's just a bit boring, like the top's just boring. We had nothing left to play around with for detailing, which is a little bit of a shame. I did want to do a little bit more on the top. But I guess if for the type of ship it is, it probably would look like this. We only have one weapon system as well. Probably could have mounted that somewhere else as well, because that looks really weird just being on top. Let's go out and have a look at this guy there. I just love, like, I can't overstate the feeling of the sense of being in space that this update has created, because space was still, it was fun flying around or whatever, but you felt very restricted. It makes so much sense to me that you're able to walk around in your ship and get out in space and fly around with your jetpack. To me, that it makes sense. The other thing that would be nice, now I think about it, is to have, instead of the proper landing doors, is to have sort of emergency hatches, or, you know, door escape pods or something, a door on the side that you can open. It doesn't have to just be a I guess I could put a, nah, like, instead of just having this door, just have a door on the side. Let's have a look at this guy. Let's turn the HUD off. So get a nice cinematic view of this thing. I feel like the sense of scale is a bit strange as well when you're in first person. Like, this doesn't look very big. I think you move quite fast as well. I think this is more like the speed you maybe would be moving. Because you can move so fast, it seems really small, if that makes sense. But I guess you'd maybe be moving at sort of this speed, and that helps create that sense of scale. So I guess that's it. I guess that's what's doing it. We're in the shade now, but this is cool. Let's go in third person. Walk around on top. That's awesome. So we maxed out the complexity. Still not, I mean, obviously this is way bigger than anything we ever had before, but yeah, I think at least make the base, the shipbuilding limitations a bit more obvious. Definitely when you're applying interior decorations and then it says afterwards that you've maxed out the limit. Because that was a real bummer to have just spent all that time doing an interior, then you go and edit the ship and it says actually. Let's go land on a planet. Let's see what this guy looks like. It's my little litmus test. Interior is cool. Has anyone watching, have you played the update with friends yet? You know, have you multi-crewed? Have you got more than one person on a ship together? So I would love to do that. I would love to be able to get someone else on the ship with me. I think that'd be awesome. They do need to bring this camera back a little bit. It's It's very close. It's okay when you're boosting, but... Right, and we want to go and land... Okay, I've taken the HUD off, which isn't super helpful actually, but... We've got hundreds of hours in this game. We know the controls, we know roughly what we're doing. The main thing for me is just... Whoa, coming in hot! Oof. That would be a sight. That would be a sight to see this thing coming in. It sounds awesome. It sounds so beefy. Huge update coming with around 200 fixes, so I'm sure we'll get the ability to dress up separately. Nice. Nice. Do you know, or do we know when that's coming? Oh, guys, we're just all solo players. We're just all solo. I know a few people that have, so a few of my mates have come to me after this update's been out and said that they're really interested in getting the game because of this update, and that's pretty big. I think it's been out this long. Getting these weird frame drops again. I don't know why. Kind of seems to get itself in a bit of a twist. There we go. That was a monster right there. Guys, I feel like you guys in chat have got... You should connect and you guys should play together. If you guys are looking for something to play with, you've both got one other person at least in chat who's looking for that. So you guys should build a ship together. That would be awesome. I wish the other thing I'd like is for the landing gear to not have to be on the same level as the first floor. I'd like to be able to put them sort of on, like, under the wings, for example. Maybe not that high up, but just there's a bit of extension on them. I think that'd be nice. Let's flatten this out. Try and... Oh. Ah, no HUD. Pain. Hang on. Okay, here we go. I'll try to basically make a little landing pad for this thing. I say little. Big landing pad. Let's flatten it all out. Okay, we do kind of get rid of that as well. Isn't it crazy as well that you can just do all of this? Like, there's no limit to it. Okay, I reckon... No, we're gonna need more space than that. This is a big boy. Oh. Bit more. Bit more. Okay. Just get rid of this here. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Doing this without the HUD on is a little difficult, but... Let's swallow all of this up. Guys, are there any ships you want to see me build next? Because this is a half hammerhead attempt. No, I wasn't really looking at any reference. It was just going off memory, and I was rejigging something. But is there any specific ship in mind you think would be cool to make? There's so many Star Wars ships out there. It'd be cool. Okay. So from here, all of this literally just to land this once and take off again, but I just want to see what this looks like. Oh, really? It's not liking that. Really not liking this. Hello? It's not gonna like that. Very strange. Very strange. Oh no. Okay. Ship that carried Darth Vader. Do you mean when you say carried Darth Vader, do you mean like episode 3 after he was burned up? Or just his actual ship? As in one of the Star Destroyers. Okay, well, I guess that was a waste of time. Let's plunk it on here if we can get a good angle. Oh. Hold on. Oh, no. No, that's not good either. I know it's right there, but like I love how it comes in as well. Look at that, that's sick. That looks cool. Awesome. Freaking awesome. The ST321. Let me just have a quick look up what that looks like. ST321. ST321. Oh, one of those. Ooh, okay. So the question is obviously the problem with that ship is the wings fold up and down. So yeah, I don't know how you'd be a bit tricky to make, because you can't really angle stuff at 45. Could we? Maybe we could give it a go. I think it's just the wings that would be tricky, but let's give that a go. I think, yeah, all right. Let's definitely go and do. Let's see. We like a challenge. If it was easy, then what's really the fun in that? Right, let's get out of here. There is one thing I want to do actually before we leave. Just once. Don't need to fold, yeah. I mean, if we did it so they were up, that would be no problem at all. The issue is that the wings are only up when they've landed, so obviously we want them to be down for flying. So let's get back to the space station. I'm sure we can figure this out. Yeah, exactly. Best to try. So let's get this hammerhead. I'm happy with this. I think it could still use a little work, but I think I'm just gonna park it for now. Come back. I think I've spent a lot of time on this ship. I think ultimately I know I'm gonna have to basically take a whole level off, and I can't really be bothered to do that right now in order to get the parts back. So let's shelve this for now. So I think I have 3 ships right now. It was my original guy that I built. That still may be my favorite actually. Actually, question, does anyone know how to access your other Corvettes? Because obviously I can design this one, but where are my other ones? Because I can't summon. I can summon my. Oh, hang on. Oh, I can. I solved it, don't worry. I guess I can't do it in here, so that's fine. Alright, so we have 3 ships. We basically have my original ship, which I love. I could tweak it a little bit, but it's generally sick. The Millennium Falcon, which people have done better jobs than that. Just seen someone with one built like a man with a shield. Yeah, some people have done crazy stuff. The banana one is still my absolute favorite. I think that's just so silly. I love it. Okay, we have one more space left. So we have Big Boy, Original Guy, Millennium Falcon. I think I'll eventually redo my Millennium. In fact, actually, Millennium Falcon one, we'll get rid of him. Actually, no. Let's just start fresh. Let's start fresh. Okay. So I think this is quite a straightforward setup for this. So we basically need that. I'm not sure how big it is. We'll go Ambassador because that's very Empire. There. We'll do one more Ambassador, and then we'll do the back, and then the front is actually the Thunderbird is probably the closest looking cockpit to it, despite being a different class, but that's fine. What did we put? So someone has built a pirate ship. I've seen that. Someone's built a big sailing ship, which is incredible. Okay, and then we need so it has the big fin kind of going straight up, which I don't know how we're gonna do that actually. This might be trickier than I thought. I'm sure I can get the base going okay, because it's kind of just got like pretty much this, with then like a round. We just need a okay, actually we need the reactor core in there as well. It's annoying you have to have the reactor core because it means it's kind of hard to make these smaller ships. That's not quite right. Okay, we're gonna have to make this maybe like one thing taller. Oh, this is fine. Like the actual ship. Hang on, that's not right. Like the base for the ship, no problem at all. In fact, let's just set it all to Imperial colors. Let's just make this black out. Darth Vader. Here we go. That's fine. So the issue now is we need... There's no... I don't think we have the sort of enough thin pieces, basically, which is kind of what we need, is like a sort of like a half piece to start putting. Because that's like not really cutting it. And you're quite limited in the way you can angle stuff. I don't know how we're gonna do this. Like unless the scale of this thing becomes totally off, if that makes sense. So we'd have to go sort of wider. It needs to be even bigger. I'm not sure. I think we're a little bit stumped on that one, unfortunately. Just looking at a picture of it now. It's yeah, there's just no pieces that are that thin that can go vertically up, which is a real shame. So we might have to leave the ST321 for now. But let's if you have any other suggestions, because we've already got started on something. Maybe another Star Wars ship. Another Star Wars ship I think we could probably do. It's just that one, the angles are unfortunately a bit unworkable with what we've got in the game. So, what could we do? I mean, Razor Crest. I mean, we're kind of on the way to a Razor Crest, sort of, with this. That could be pretty cool. But I guess that's kind of similar to what we just made. Starship Enterprise, maybe? Someone will make the Death Star. I'm sure someone will. Someone will probably use these these circular bits to do it. Oh, let's do it. Let's make the Death Star. Why not? You can't just drop something like that in and then we're not gonna do it. Let's do it. It might have to be pretty tiny, but okay. So what we're gonna need is Ambassador class. And then that thing there. Now this is probably gonna suck, but we'll give it our best. Okay. So luckily we have these nice round pieces, which if we let's see. I'm just wondering, because I mean, the obvious thing is to just go like that. Come on. What? Why is this such a... Why... There we go. Right, like, the obvious thing is this. Are you on Twitter for the drop? I'm not. Twitch. I'm not. I'm not on Twitch for the drop. What's the... What is the drop? So yeah, okay, so we're too far. So this actually needs to be a single there, and then that can go in there, which okay, this is so dumb, but it's kind of working, like, kind of. 2 hours you get a few things. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Okay, so that, see, I had that to be done by kind of cheating it. So actually what we have to do is put a piece there. Put a piece there. Then delete that. We might have to do the same with that top bit as well, actually. Because I forget you can do that. Cargo pod. No. Dome. There's a world where this works. There is 100% a world where this works. Okay. I know what we have to do. I know what we have to do. It's gonna have to be like this. And then what we do is this. Okay. 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 Right. That goes in the middle. Lose that entirely, and that shifts in there. You last joined my session. Yeah. On another time, I think so. Today, I'm not going to be on for that much longer, and I just want to get these couple of ships built. But 100% next time I'm on, if you're around, we can definitely do a little multi-crewing. I'd love to do that, but I'm so focused on getting this Death Star built right now. But yeah, no, please, another time, 100%, drop in, give me a shout, and we'll sort something out. Move out there. Okay, I don't know if you can kind of tell what I'm doing. Oh no. Oh no. No. This is why I wish an undo would be that would be very useful. Okay, and then I think we need to go actually one higher, because otherwise it's going to be like a pancake. So let's take this up. There, and there, and then what we're going to do is move, and move. Then delete all of these. And then what we'll do is take this guy, put that in the middle. Modifying. I don't know if you can kind of tell what I'm trying to do. I hope it makes sense. Duplicate. Right, so now we just need... And I think we put the cockpit on the bottom. Actually, no. That. So what we need to do is round the top off there. So what is a piece that's too kind of flat? We need something a bit that's not big enough. There we go. There we go. I can't believe this is actually working. This was a great suggestion. Well, I know you didn't even mean to like suggest it, but I think it's I think this is great. This is brilliant. So now we need just something with kind of like a rounded edge. Maybe this ducting joint, maybe? Just like on all sides. I think that works on the sides there, but maybe not. We need the dish. That's obviously the main bit, and we need to fill these corners in. Now, that's a good point, actually. How do we... Because if this bit could be turned upwards, that would be brilliant. But we can't. Like, I guess we just do that. It's kind of our main option. It's not the Death Star. And then the oh yeah, we need the cockpit. Actually that's a good point. We need the reactor and we need the cockpit and we need a weapon, otherwise it just won't allow us to do it. So let's put that there. That looks really silly. There we go. That makes a bit more sense. And then maybe that little grill could go there. If we actually maybe put it upside down. No. Okay, that's fine. That's almost... yeah. Okay. Cargo link, I guess, is the laser cannon. But it won't go sideways. Which is annoying. Is there... hold on. Can we cheat this? Okay. Kind of, I guess. And then the radar dome. Can that go on the? Can that go at an angle? No, that can only go like that. Okay. We do need to put a reactor in, so let's do that. Although, actually, what would happen if... Can that go... I don't know if that should go on the very top. Let's... I'm going to put the core in the middle, so we don't have to worry about it. And then I don't know... Oh. Yeah, obviously we'd have a circular one. So let's put a plasma core in there, why not? Why not? It's the Death Star. And then the radar dome. Yeah, sure. Sure, why not? I mean, it could go down a tiny bit, but... yeah. There's no... We can't make this much rounder, unfortunately. I guess, actually, wait. If we flip that, that would help. Help with the angles. Yeah, let's do that. Because otherwise it looks like it's just toppling down. Kind of. What do you guys think? Is that the Death Star? That's no moon. I think we need a weapons thing on it. So let's put a phase beam. It's got to be, surely, right? Like, what else would you put on the Death Star? I'm gonna try and tuck that away. Okay, now I admit not. Oh wait, there's got to be a like a satellite dish, right? Satellite dish. That is definitely not attached. That is not quite right. That is just not having a good time. Okay, no radar dish. Antenna, surely somewhere. It's got to go without bugging out. No? Even the antenna doesn't want to go anywhere. Very weird. Very weird. Cargo sphere. Okay, I guess. Same thing, it's just not having it. Fuel rods. No? Oh, I mean, window. So do we put a ambassador class walkway there with the window? There you go. There you go. Now we need to make everything the right color, which I guess is actually the white, right? Like it wouldn't actually be black. So let's sort that out. I think these corner bits are black, which is not right. And then we kind of have the Death Star. Let's... No, oh no! Okay. I've got a thruster. Forgot about that. Let's take you out and put... Nope. Oh, could that be the... That could be the laser! Like it's facing the wrong way, but... Kind of. It's kind of it. That was the missing piece. Add. Please don't be broken. That is no moon, guys. That is the Death Star. There is a slight issue. Okay. I hope I've put the right piece. Yes, okay, sick. Alright, here we go, guys. The Death Star. Oh, yeah, there we go. Wait, let's find a where's a planet? POV, your older arm. That's hilarious. That is so funny. Even that, like, that looks like the Death Star. Like, the actual trail kind of looks like it's shooting. That's a great... That's sick. I want to get a good angle of that, actually. Good photo. That's so funny. That's pretty decent, you know. I think that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Let's angle this round a little bit more. Try and get that planet in. That's cool. I'm definitely gonna have to change the name of this video and the thumbnail to like building the Death Star. That's so sick. It's green as well. Yeah, I actually don't think we need that thing on the side anymore. It kind of looks like I'm flying the Death Star backwards. And it's like always shooting. And then the front is the actual lasers. Let's see what this looks like. Let's get out and have a look. I like the very Star Wars aesthetic-y. I mean, that's definitely one of the smallest ships we've made. In terms of accessibility to it. It's pretty small. We've got one more oh yeah, we got that room with the window in as well. I don't know if we can even get to that actually. I should have made that middle bit now. And that, see, we missed colouring that in grey, so now that's black. Not bad. I think that's pretty decent considering what we've got to work with. Like I say, if we had sort of a full quarter circle piece to fill in there, so you could make vertical cylinders, I think that would be ideal. I'm definitely gonna. Sorry, I'm just very quickly gonna edit the name of the stream, because I think people should know what we're doing here. The people have to know. Building the Death Star. And then very, very, very crudely going to change the thumbnail to did it not save? I might not have saved any of those screenshots I just took. Okay, let's take a couple more. I don't think it actually saved any of those. Okay, let's get back in quickly. This thing's so funny, man. That's so good. Okay, let's take an actual picture. Okay. And then let's take one more. We can see it a bit better. So funny. Okay. In theory, we should... Oh, okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of editing very, very quickly. Bear with me, I'm still here. I'm just, let's come out of that. Sorry if the game starts being well slow. I just need to, it's annoying because you can only upload a thumbnail that's 2 megabytes or up to 2 megabytes, and the screenshots I take are not that. So just very quickly gonna drag and drop this in. Let's very quick, very quick. Building the Death Star. Cool. Okay, very almost done, and then we will be back in action for a little bit longer. Okay, and then bring the stroke down on that. Say export as Voyagers. Okay, guys, sorry about that. We are back. I'm just updating the thumbnail so that everyone knows what magnificence is happening here. There we go. I'll update it again later to be a bit better, but yeah, just I feel like, whoa. Okay, game's having a bit of a crisis. That is not your game. That is not your screen that's being weird. That is my game. We're just gonna do a quick reload because it's having a moment. Bear with. Okay, play. We're back in. We're back in, guys. We're back in. And we'll just let's show this thing off. Should be in my ship. Should be all good. There we go. Don't know why it does that. Very strange. But here we are. I'm gonna take the HUD off again. Yeah, sick. That's awesome. I mean, it could be bigger, I guess. But then it just we'd be making up for space because we don't have enough parts. Ideally, we'd have the little dish on the bottom as well, just to really round it off. But well, ideally, actually, the dish would be halfway. It wouldn't be the whole level below, but it'd be halfway, so it was more sitting perfectly flat on top. I know it's more of a square than a round Death Star, but you know, we did what we could. I want to go see what this purple planet's all about. The planet's like, no, not the Death Star. So it looks so cute. It's so stubby. There's just nothing about it. It's just this floating brick. I mean, I'll leave, but we can't really go anywhere. I should have done it so we could go up to the... Oh, wait, actually. What am I doing? We can go up. I can't do it while while we're in hyperdrive. It won't like it. Let's... I think it's directly above, so we might actually... No, we can't. I think it's actually the room above this, not the room above this, so that's unfortunate. Oh well. Yeah, let's check out this purple planet. Sometimes I actually like playing the game with the HUD off. I mean, not normal mode, obviously you'd be absolutely screwed, but in creative mode I like not knowing what the planet is. I like not... I know they don't give you too much info, but I like not having any information about what the planet is, what could be there, and just purely using your eyes, just seeing what there is. No. Death Star incoming. This is wow, this is a cool planet. Big mountains. Sick. Whoa. Very cool planet, wow. Man, I can't wait to see the the terrain in Light No Fire. Because I know this game has, like, you know, this is technically a big mountain, but it kind of looks like you can see the noise texture, is what you call it, that they've used. It's just sort of round lumps. Some are alright, but that even in the first Light No Fire trailer, the mountain that they were next to, when they, you know, the guy comes out of the water, he walks through a little village, he gets on a dragon and flies away. The mountain that they're next to is a big mass of mountain. Just one big... yeah, this massive thing that looks like it would take ages to scale, and it's not these kind of pointy, jaggedy things. So I'm excited for larger masses of landscape. I mean, I know the scale's a bit weird actually now, because these ships are so much bigger than your normal starships. So I guess I'm comparing the scale of those, but even if let's go land down here. Let's just see how big these mountains are. Death Star landing. Like, I know this is a big mountain. I'm not denying the scale. It's more of the shape of it. They look very pointy. I want something bigger that's maybe like even taller than this, maybe twice as tall, maybe 3 or 4 times as wide. That's a real thing. And that's also not just a flat vertical incline. Maybe there's a way to add more layers to the sides of a mountain as well. So there are ways to, because obviously you won't have your jetpack. I'm sure they'll find ways around it, and obviously you'll get mounts at some point, but I'd like to be able to, the idea of scaling a mountain. I mean, yes, I've been playing a lot of Death Stranding, so maybe that's the nihilist in me. It's like, make it harder, make it more difficult. But I would like it to be a real journey to get to the top of a mountain, instead of just spamming jetpack up the side of it until it's either too vertical you can't go up it and land, or it's flat enough that you can do it and it's just a matter of jetpack management. I want to really climb up a mountain a bit. I liked in Dune Awakening, I gave that a real good shot a few months ago with one of my friends. We had a great time on it, and I really liked the climbing in that, the sort of freeform climbing. That was a good planet. I'm not a fan of the planets though that seem as if it's a sunset all the time. I like it when the daytime is very much daytime and the nighttime is very much nighttime. Some planets kind of give a nighttime vibe the whole time. Some planets never really get dark. When it's nighttime, they just glow, which is obviously there are different parts to it. But personally, I love a planet with a good day-night cycle. And I think there's not that many planets in this system. I think we've only got the 4. I think yes, so we came back to this system to build, but this system has our base on it. That I found this really awesome planet, which I'm not going to be able to find with no HUD. So unfortunately we are going to have to turn it on. I wish there was maybe more HUD customization. Right, I'm pretty sure we have a base somewhere. There is. Al Newman, Alfred E. Newman, thank you so much for the sub. That is very exciting. The channel's been doing great. I mean, the last week, this is the 3rd stream of the week. Look, so many people have tuned in. We had over 10,000 views on the first stream of the Voyagers update, which is unreal. And then subsequently 1,000+ views on the second one. Like, just numbers that I just never even dreamed of. So thank you everyone who's been tuning in. It's been, I mean, it's been great to see No Man's Sky have a revival. But secondly, it's been fun to just be back on the channel, speaking to familiar people, getting new people in. I think that the channel was at a real good point maybe like 5-6 years ago now, and I admit it's been pretty dormant, but I'm enjoying just playing games with you guys and showing you what I'm playing, and it not being such a high key thing. Because before I was in the full kind of content creation, making all the videos, which is still fun to do. I still enjoy doing that, but ultimately I think I just enjoy playing the games and playing them with you. And I was doing face cam as well for when me and Shorty were streaming the horror games, but I've actually been really enjoying not having the face cam on, if I'm being totally honest. Not because I'm nervous or anything about it, it's more just the pressure, I guess. I'm just enjoying sitting here chilling. Oh, this was a great planet to pick a base for. I thought these were trees at first, but they're actually are they? They are trees. This is plant life. Is it a frozen, these frozen trees? That's awesome. Al says you're playing right now, already about your first ship. Awesome. Did you build it any specific way? Were you going after a specific design, or were you just going with what you've got? Because the creativity on this is pretty endless, to be honest. This is an amazing planet. This is a beautiful planet. Look at that sky. That is stunning. Views like that, that's what makes this game special. You get this right combination of the sky color, the atmosphere, the type of planet you're on, the weather, and it's just so unique to you and the moment you're in. The chance of recreating it is quite low. And it never ceases to blow my mind that every single star out there is somewhere you can go. An endless universe. So there's the Death Star. I want to see how this works with calling in our other ships. Look at the little icon for it. That's so funny. Millennium Falcon definitely needs some work. I think next time we're gonna get the Millennium Falcon and rebuild him. This thing is huge. I went a bit over the top with this guy. You know what? I think this is pretty much as... Hang on, can we summon all of these? No, okay, right, it does. I was gonna say, if we had all of these in the same place, that'd be a lot. I love this thing. This is my OG. We've got a blizzard coming in, so this is a good... I was gonna start base building, but maybe not with the storm. You had the start pieces, I gathered some salvage, and out with a triangular X-wing shape. Nice. Nice. I mean, X-wing would be a good thing to try and build, actually. I mean, this is basically a big X-wing, I think. Let's go and so this is I made a ship on my PlayStation, and this is basically a big version of that. I was saying earlier, I really want them to add doors. I think that's going to be a real big part about helping make the ship feel more cozy. It's being able to separate it a bit more. Because right now, it just being just totally open feels a bit sparse. Especially when it has to load in like that. And if you can see, like there's a wall there, but there shouldn't be, and then you move forward and it disappears. I think that will help a lot. Let's take off in this guy. I haven't flown in this guy since we first started off. Oh, that is a blizzard. This was the first thing we made, and it's awesome. I love the color as well. I might actually do a little two-tone with it. I might do a bit of black on it as well. I didn't really think about that when we were building it. I just realized some of the parts are grey as well. There's a lot of work we could do to this. There's a lot of work. But yeah, I think this is kind of maybe we could bring it in slightly at the back. I think maybe those back two bits are one piece too wide. Maybe if they were brought in slightly, that would help make it a bit more aerodynamic. But yeah, this is cool. I love this ship. Also, it doesn't even fit in the screen, so... I'll take another screenshot. You never get enough screenshots. Yeah. Oh god, that really threw me off for a second there. Now the screenshot. Love the design, almost like a Klingon battle. Yeah, I can't say. I do know what ship that is, but I can't say, unfortunately, that I'm a massive Star Trek guy. I've seen the movies, but I know people are a bit funny about them being, you know. I know everyone loves the original show. That's where it's at. I've seen a couple episodes. It's just not really been something I've got into. But yeah, I do know. I know what you mean. I know the ship you're talking about, and It's pretty good. Oh, and I just realised that cowling's off totally in the middle. Or that's the wrong piece. It's sort of a side piece. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix this guy up. We're gonna have to take him back into the shop and do him up. This was my first thing that I built, so I think all things considered, it's not bad. The other thing we could do, I mean, the cockpit's right at the front. We could even put the cockpit at the back here if needed, but so it's on a second floor. But I think maybe it being at the front is pretty cool. If we were to get out, have a little look. Get a good view from the front. I feel like I could put some more cowling on the underneath of this as well, so it's not so flat. I think that would be nice. Yeah, that's sick. Up, please. I love this. Yeah, it's that piece there. That is completely wrong. Definitely gonna have to change that. Floating in space. What a feeling. I actually saw a video, I haven't actually watched it. That's just sort of thumbnail for it and I saved it for later, of someone doing a spacewalk in VR. I definitely want to see that because that would be so cool. I actually had a VR headset last year for a bit and No Man's Sky was cool, but I remember saying I would love to be able to walk around the ship and then do a spacewalk in VR. And then what have they done this year? They've gone and done that a bit late, but some point I'm sure it'll happen again. I'll be able to do this in VR. That would be amazing. Let's head back to the base. Hopefully the blizzard is cleared by now. It is nighttime though. The sound design on these ships is so cool. I like this spot because it's very much, well, this planet really, it's nice and flat, which when you're landing these massive ships, it's what you need really. I was also saying earlier, I'd love to have doors to be able to put on the side of the ships too, so there are multiple ways out instead of it always having to be the hatch. Ugh, I don't like these things. They're really... Whoa, what is that? That is awesome. It glows in the dark. I think we've got a base. I actually realized I haven't played this game in about a year or so properly, and when I did play, I didn't touch the base building. I didn't realize I'd added this whole salvaged structure bit. I haven't even been to a settlement yet, you know. I'd love to try and find a settlement as well and land in our massive massive ship down on a settlement. That'd be awesome. But let's build a little base very quickly. So let's put a floor panel down. I'd like to be able to have a kind of landing pad, because you can't land these on the traditional landing pad. They're just obviously way too big. But I'd like to build here a landing pad for... Oh, that's my save point. Is this big enough? I think this is still too small. Let's see. I think it's not wide enough. Can I not land it on that? I don't think I can. I don't think it wants to. No, it has to be not on the base. Okay. Alright. In that case... Whatever. That's fine. I do want to come over towards these. I want to kind of get up between these spires as well. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Well, we're definitely going to need this space here. It's probably the best place to land the ship anyway, so let's very quickly get this base up and running. So let's put some walls in, and in fact let's go into, let's just go into free cam. That's the easiest way to do it. This is gonna kind of be like the landing spot. Windows? Do we have any windows? Does this thing not have windows? Not proper windows anyway. Kind of. These are, they're very, I wouldn't call that a window. I mean, I guess. Yeah. While we're doing this, what other games is anyone interested in coming out? I mean, there's a pretty hefty amount of games on the horizon. What's everyone playing right now? Anyone looking forward to the next few months towards the end of the year? Next few weeks is pretty big anyway. September's pretty huge. October's huge actually as well. It's a pretty solid time of year. Let's delete that. Short salvaged wall, extruded salvaged wall. This is not a great base, by the way. This is, in fact, it's probably way too big. Nothing on your radar? I'm hoping we hear something on Light No Fire by the end of the year. A real update, not a single sentence about it in the No Man's Sky update. I think that would make the most sense to get it there, but just, yeah, it's been a while since we've heard pretty much anything. So well, actually, it's pretty much the reveal trailer is all we have to work off. We want to move this actually. I think we have that bit as an outside bit. Okay. Light No Fire's been, yeah, it'll be 2 years this December, Game Awards, since we've heard or seen anything. Even the footage they show during the No Man's Sky breakdown, or when they go into these deep dives about the updates, even when they do talk about it, the footage is from that original trailer. There's not been anything new. So even in that regard, the only stuff we know about this game is from a 2-year-old build of the game. So we don't know what, I mean, look at all the stuff they're adding to No Man's Sky. The world's updates as well. Clearly they've been improving the terrain tech and world building tech as well, so I don't know what awaits us, but it could be pretty crazy. Okay, let's round this off, put a ceiling on, and then that's a good foundation for the base, I think. I love this planet. The colors on this planet are so beautiful. It's got this sort of purple violet tinge to it. It's just really stunning. Corner piece, corner piece, corner piece, corner piece. I love doing angled roofs in games, and these have windows. Perfect. I was worried about the lack of. I wanted to be able to see out of this base because the exterior is just stunning. This kind of reminds me of like an old No Man's Sky build, No Man's Sky version planet. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like that. It's just the color palette, I think. Very pastel-y. I think a lot of the newer planets are very vibrant. They're very like, oh, I don't know how to describe it. But I'm really enjoying the pastel-y colors of this. Salvaged flat roof. Don't want to do too many of those. Okay, then we're definitely gonna have a glass roof for sure. But I want to see out at this planet as much as possible. And there we go. Inside. Beautiful. We'll do a bit more to it. Obviously, there's just one big hall at the moment. Put this inside as well. And the door's open, but yeah. This is amazing to come out and... No! What are you doing? What's the... No! Get out! Get out! Very secure base. Very, very secure. That is stunning. This is stunning. I mean, I wanted to see what this whole salvaged part structure was all about. And in theory, I like it, but it's very... I like the top bits. I'm not sure on these glowing bits, actually. I might need to do some different walls. I think maybe a stone... Maybe stone or wood? Oh, wood would be well cozy on this planet. Just imagine like a tiny little wood cabin, and then you come out and it's just this massive ship. Like, that's your ride. That'd be great. Okay, let's re-land this thing. Come on. There you go. Yeah, in a better position. Awesome. That's never gonna get old. But I want to see someone else do that. I definitely want to see someone else do that. Okay. I'm happy with the planet. I'm happy with the ship. The base building's coming along nicely. This is awesome. It's so great to have such a new love for this game. I think maybe they'll even be surprised, Hello Games, at how big this update is, because I know the numbers on Steam are kind of popping off. But for now, I think we're going to leave that there, guys, for this evening. Just thought I'd jump on for a couple hours and do some more ship builds with you guys. We'll keep at it. I think we're going to scrap the Millennium Falcon that we built and go for, I think, Starship Enterprise next time. It's got to be done. I've said it since the first day, but we're finally going to do it. It may be tomorrow, but most likely Tuesday we'll do that. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in and all the new subscriptions. It's great to see everyone here, and we will reconvene very soon. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.